Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Jimmy going to look to throw it on the first play. He'll flip this out to Evans. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 2. Quick pass out to Miller. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Garoppolo on first down. Finding Miller once more complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Play action, Garoppolo. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Skaggs. That one's complete out to Michael Mayer. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Raiders at 9-3 here on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Skaggs. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line. Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Skaggs. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Looking to throw. Skaggs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. They start the drive with Evans. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Raiders defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Looked like a pretty smart decision that time to keep the football by the quarterback.
It was, because you saw how the runner got swarmed. So you got to pull the ball from his arms, keep it yourself, and get what you can. And the most underrated player on this play is the running back. Because even if he doesn't have the ball, he has to act like he does in order to attract the defense.
So a little tardy getting everyone set, and the clock hits 0 before they could snap it.
Yeah, you can take your time and use the clock and try and get set up. But once it gets near 5 seconds, that's when you often hear a quarterback yelling, hurry, hurry, to make sure everybody's ready to get the snap off.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. 2nd and 15. 21. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD, and you get the feeling. And nothing but daylight ahead. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Denzel Mims, 64 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Johnson. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3rd and 9 here. Up the middle, Johnson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff to Chandler. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or 2 short. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this will be blown down right around the 25-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And this one's incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Oh, some strong running. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. 20, down to the 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
21.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This offense is a group ranked 30th on the ground, and those are the kinds of runs that have earned them that spot.
Yeah, dubious distinction, right? Because no one wants to be in that position, and no matter what your style of play, you want to be known as a team that can run the ball when you need to.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in 1st downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a 1st down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Chandler. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Here we go.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Johnson off tackle right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throw left side, taken in by Mims. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. Let me finish.
Okay,
and you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
White. 65.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, this from 33. His kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. A final shot before break. Skaggs. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Time for a break. We've hit halftime.
2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play.
And the half will begin with a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, LA! Scotty Miller, 72 yards.
And the Rams come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime and sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Skaggs. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker, making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for it, as he just did right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down, as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I I think the defense...
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Down to the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Raiders are able to widen their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
21.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Johnson running right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Jet sweep. Garoppolo taps it forward.
Oh, this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. $31 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Here's a quick throw out to Mims.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down, Skaggs.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be taken at the 10, and he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
13.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Short pass to Howard. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll air this one out for Mims. Touchdown! Denzel Mims with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Here we go.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
12, fellas. Here we go.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here comes the Rams punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fights loose. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Screenplay set up for Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a gain of 13. First down, Rams. A give up the middle to Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
76 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here we go, here we go.
3rd and 3. They run it with Chandler. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is not...
And they try to razzle-dazzle, but the ball's out. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of full time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
From the gun on 3rd down, Skaggs. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. And he fields it cleanly. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return.
will come the offense as they take over. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And now the rookie's free. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Screenplay, Johnson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And just a 30-yard punt that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they take a knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. They kind of